Good evening. It's so lovely to see you today, friend. My name is DC, and I'm going to tell you a story. It is the story of a young woman who feared the future and her past. Our story begins with the young woman crying over a novel. The name reads Fairy Tale. She is in the middle of a chapter. The main character has just found out that her father died while she was away on a trip, and is regretting never having made peace with him after running away from his abusive household. Our young woman sympathizes with the main character, and is now despairing of a future where she also finds herself in that situation. Half a year later, she is opening a birthday present with mild concern. The label says it's from her father, and the contents of his gifts are always somewhat of a potluck. The wrapping is carefully peeled back to reveal an expensive headset called Neko Mimi, electrical cat ears imported from Japan, and exactly what the girl has been hoping for. Her face glows with delight and she excitedly puts them on, watching herself in the mirror and giggling as they twitch. Later that night, she is fretting over a letter. A closer look shows that she is the author and that it is addressed to her father. It is a thank you, as well as an invitation for further contact via letters. The girl is extremely anxious at the thought of sending it, as she can't anticipate what the reply will be like. Whether it will be a completely tame, normal response, which would be ideal, or an emotionally manipulative, hurtful letter explaining that her mother is evil and is brainwashing her against him, and how sorry she should feel for him. She's not sure if she could cope with that. She thinks back to her time at Cedar, a group with other young people who had been through similar experiences, and had several trained professionals on hand for emotional support and sorting through their memories in a productive and positive manner. She thinks to the conversation she had with one of the adults there regarding a letter she had gotten from her dad the month before, which consisted of blackmail material and an insistence that they meet. They had spoken through the situation calmly, listing the pros and cons of contacting him, before ultimately deciding not to. With the blackmail issue essentially sorted out and a wonderful present which genuinely made her happy, she chose to allow contact. This was a massive step on her part, and it would not have been possible for her to do in her headspace without the advice and support of the people at Cedar. They are now on their way to a healthy adult relationship, even if their progress is rather slow-moving. This story does not have a true ending, as both the girl and her father are alive and well, and their relationship will go through many changes before they meet their end. What I just told you was merely an isolated section of a lifetime's worth of stories. Who knows? Perhaps I will tell you another story tomorrow. For now, though, I'm tired, and my old bones are creaking horribly. So I think it's time for you to go home, and for me to have a rest.